week 4 of the weekly reflections. So on Monday, I had to decide on how I'd like to play my characters, and we executed several exercises which helped me develop my characters. We did this, such as like kind of like walking around in a room, and this made me think of like how we make our characters walk, talk, and like we were asked to keep eye contact with people, and how we act around other types of characters and physicalities on stage. And this just kind of like give context and like help us kind of understand our characters ourselves and like put us more into the mood. And this is actually quite hard for me as I had multiple characters. I think it's like 3, which is a father, a boy that answers the phone in the audience, and also the leader of the lads group. And this is also like be the stepping stone to develop like our base character. And for example, like my character is to lead the bullies group. And using the context, I want to make my character look tough and confident, as my character plays the role as a leader of the bullies in the group. So I'd have to kind of take charge. And walking around the space, I made sure my character walked with a wide gait and average speed. I didn't want to like go too fast on the stage because I don't want to look rushed. I wanted to take my time and like make my character look like cool and kind of like the typical cool kid thing. And I like the idea of swinging my arms when walking to give off more like a rough impression of my character, but I quickly changed that by having my character having his hands in his pockets constantly. This would also add to the mysteriousness to my character, as you never know what he could be hiding in his pockets. In our voice lesson on Wednesday, we played the scene from we played a scene from the play in our characters. We used the 8 Laban effort technique, which helped us use a variety of ways we could act on stage. I use a lot of the ring action, as my character was so annoyed and wanted to get their own time to relax. On Monday, we went on stage to play the role as our characters. So I was playing the role as the leader of the lads group, and interact with the girls on the stage, which is the girls group. And we were told to improvise the whole time and didn't pay attention to the script. So the script's down and everything. And at first we were all like unsure to what as we didn't really fully understand and didn't fully develop our characters. And we're kind of shocked as we kind of like told to get up and do this on stage like really quickly, and we didn't have time to kind of think what we were doing. This is a big struggle for all of us, but after we reflected and the audience gave us some feedback, and we were told that we weren't really following the chain of command in the lads group, and as I was in charge, I was told to lead them as I was the leader and come on with more confidence. And when we tried again, I spoke loudly with clear projection and made sure that everyone in my group followed me, and they were like kind of like answering to my questions, and you know they were like actually like making it look like that I was in charge of them. And when improvising, I could have made sure I to stay with confidence the whole time, as kind of my character oversees all of the other lads. If I don't, then this kind of like affect the whole group on stage as their characters, as one of them, the members will have to take charge on stage if I don't. So I need to make sure I have a lot more confidence next time. As a group, we had great communication when thinking as a group. As a group, we had great communication on how our characters would like do as we kind of like planned out our characters and kind of like made a context about them. And this is good because it allowed us to spend less time on the development of our characters, and it'll be able to like give us spare time to get up on our feet and start to get used to acting them out. And what I found epic was the fact that everyone wasn't trying to help themselves, and we all worked together. But sometimes, if we all needed a bit of help with like different tasks at different times. But this is good because we all helped each other out. That people that were struggling. Because then it allowed us to have a lot more time doing what we need to do in our spare time, which we to get on our feet and acting. And I made sure I was fully engaged in the lesson, and this is quite easy. As I kind of like got good sleep, and I was making sure I kept speaking throughout the lesson and like contributing. And This helped the group out with tasks, and I managed to maintain great communication and concentration all throughout the day, as I knew how important this day was to me, because I knew after this week we had 2 weeks of free run, which would be the Easter, and I'd basically be on my own. I'd be sent away to do what I need to do. So this would be the last week to get this done with a teacher and get help if I need it. And we also played several games to warm up at the start of the day. For example, we were all sitting in a circle with chairs, and we picked one person that we had to finish next to, and we had to kind of keep asking people if we wanted to move and swapping seats and budging around. And it was quite good to communicate, and it was a very good focusing game, as there's a lot of pressure to end up next to who we wanted to be, we chose to be with. So that got us in the mood. And to develop my work, I would make sure I'm doing something every day. This is in the Easter holidays, by the way. So not only that I have a clear memory of what I've done and all my successful work, but I can also develop my character. This will be our last week until the holidays, so I need to make sure I know what I'm doing, ready for when I'm on my own. For the next session, I should be focusing on adding in small little details to my characters so that they look as good as they can be. For example, I could be doing something or look at someone or something on stage or doing some kind of action when waiting to deliver my lines, because I want to make sure I'm not only acting when I'm meant to be speaking my lines.